Hello, Capricorn. So you have been chosen for the next sign to receive a reading. This is my first round of timeless readings. So whenever you come across this reading, if you have a Capricorn placement anywhere, this is for you, or if you're cross-watching, this is for you. So I'm not looking at anything specific. I'm not looking at work or love or anything like that. I'm just going to read generally. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I am at shasha_crow on Instagram. I'm just going to check which deck wants to read for you. Oh, these two are very strong. So I think we'll take Tarot of the Mystical Moments. So just tune in with me here and ask Spirit, our angels, guides, ancestors to bring any messages that you need to hear for the sign of Capricorn, for the Capricorn collective. I've got an 8 of Wands on the bottom there, so it seems like things are go for you potentially at the moment. I'm really enjoying this process of these kind of short, around half-hour readings. Oh, actually, I'm going to trip my timer. It's only a 15-minute timer, but it does give me an idea of where we're at. Okay, one more shuffle. And if you have another placement or there's another sign you'd like me to read for, please feel free to pop it in the comments. All right, let's see. Interesting. What's crossing? Looks like you've been on a learning journey, Capricorn. Your card has come up. The Devil. One of my favourite people is a Capricorn, so I never fear the Devil card. Sometimes it's just little messages for me about him. Okay. So we're going to clarify it with, I think it's called the Wandering Star, this deck here in the centre. But let's just have a look at what we've got here so far. So the centre of your spread, we've got the Hierophant, which is a Taurus card actually. So there is this kind of sense of grounded energy and sense of authority, sense of established structure, not in the same way as the Emperor, but more in a kind of a spiritual sense. Sometimes it's about marriage, so maybe your stability at the moment is built on the relationship, the committed relationship that you're in. And then crossing it is this Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is a card that offers us some new experience of fulfillment. So there's more coming through for you at this time, perhaps around this marriage, established relationship or structure that's in your life. And you're going to get the benefit of the wisdom of that, but also some new insights. This incense is going crazy today. I hope you can see through the smoke. Right, so in the recent past, we've got the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is that learning journey that I was referring to. So it's mastering of skills. Maybe you've been training in something. Maybe you've been developing new hobbies or working towards a different type of career, perhaps. And then in the near future, we've got the King of Swords in reverse. So it seems like there may be a little bit of difficulty making a decision. It could be around, okay, so where do we go next? And there may be some good advice from someone very close to you in this established partnership, or in, say, for example, if you follow an established religion, or if you're on some kind of any kind of spiritual path that creates structure for you, that is perhaps where you're going to get these little messages of what is going to be most fulfilling for you going forwards. So King of Swords in reverse can indicate a little bit of confusion, or maybe trying to cut things off a bit ahead of time, and not quite giving them the thought or the time that they need to just percolate. You are an earth sign, so it's worth taking time over these things. And in the root of your spread, the underlying energy, what's underneath you, is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I will show you this card in the upright position. The Ace of Swords is a card of insight. It's a card of new beginnings, because the aces always are. And it's a card of, in this particular deck, especially, we see the key and the keyhole in the shell of the head of the person in this card. So you almost are tapping into perhaps parts of your mentality that you've not tapped into before. Maybe your brain is being or has been stimulated in whole new ways. This might turn things on their head. So maybe you thought you were following a certain path here, but you come to the decision that perhaps you're going to flip that on its head, go a slightly different direction. It doesn't matter, because I think here this path is fluid, so you can choose to change direction. There are various options available to you. So overlying energy is the devil, so you are on top of things. I really think you are on top of things here. You just have to be wary of any recurring thought patterns, maybe, you know, thoughts of inadequacy, or, you know, I can't change this, I need to stay loyal to this path. Well, you know, who are you being loyal to, and who are you serving? Like, if you're, you know, if it's you want to stay with a team, or you want to, you know, just because you put your name down for something, you want to follow it through. That's not necessarily needed by them or you. So if you need to change things up a little bit, don't get yourself stuck. So the devil card can get you stuck in a cycle. You're not here just to serve others. We all are here to have that availability of service to others, but we also need to fill up ourselves, and that kind of resonates with me for the Page of Cups as well. So this new beginning, this new start, or this new chapter, obviously we are approaching, as I read, we are approaching September. It might be a different time of year for you, if you're watching this at a different time. But I would say this new beginning is about establishing what's going to be most fulfilling for you. I get the feeling of maybe some of you are quite young, and you have a path to tread here. So give yourself the benefit of being really honest about how you want things to pan out. What are the most important priorities for you? So we've got, in your self area, we've got King of Cups in reverse. That's interesting. That's two kings in reverse. It almost suggests to me, again, that kind of youthful energy where you're not quite ready to be the boss, but you do have this potential, this incredible potential of leadership quality. So although you may be on a training journey here, you may be on an educational journey or a career path, you definitely have this potential to achieve fulfillment. I particularly love this King of Cups. It's got this boat going through the solid rock of the skirt here. This king is taking a feminine form, but gender's not really important here. And the king is holding another galleon on the arm. And this sense of journeying, this sense of moving powerfully through a portal, I think is with you at this time. So you're pressing forwards towards some kind of a goal. Perhaps you're not there yet, but that's what's happening in the near future, 4 to 6 weeks maybe. But you have this sense of, I'm not quite the king yet, but I will be. I will establish that. And in the environment, we've got the Emperor in reverse. And that's quite interesting. So the Emperor, let's just turn it upright for you. The Emperor is this card. Again, we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Emperor. I think of those as quite divine masculine energies. The Emperor is in the reverse position. So we're looking at turning structures on their heads. If you are in a situation where things are very established, people do things in a very particular way, it might be that certain things are going to be changing. So the structure of maybe a company is changing, the structure of how your educational system works is perhaps changing in some ways, the groups that you're in, the teams that you belong to, perhaps they're going to be shifting and changing. So try not to feel unsettled as this happens, because as I've said, you may not feel 100% established in what you're doing just yet. However, the fruits of your labor and the experience of that fulfillment is definitely coming through for you. And this is very much in a career-oriented way. We've got another galleon here in the hand. We've got 3 of Wands. We've got these 3 paths to the mind in the hair, beautiful plaited hair. And we've got this sense of, again, building and grounding. So we're building something, we're moving towards something, and the ships are coming in. So the rewards are coming in. This is the hopes and fears. So of course, inherently we have success and we have potential, less coming in than you had hoped for. However, keep an eye on the horizon. Make sure you are looking around at all the directions, and you may see things coming in for you that you would otherwise miss if you kept yourself very fixed. And I think that with this Emperor in reverse, you're definitely wanting to look for things, and these 2 Kings in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse, you're kind of wanting to look at things perhaps a little bit differently than you have before, so that you can make the best, you can make the most of a situation. The Judgment card is the outcome card, which is really a fantastic card for an outcome. It is all about self-realization. It's all about this kind of your true self and your authentic self coming out and really being able to express itself fully. And I mean, up to this point, the reading has been rather positive, so I really feel like all that you're pressing through here is your own doubts and fears. Now, we don't have a lot of swords here, so it's not as though we've got King of Swords, we've got Ace of Swords. It's not as though you're desperately worried or overwhelmed by worry. That's not happening. And, don't allow it to. The only kind of negative thought spirals that might come in and build a bit of a web around you to feel like you're being restricted is that Devil card. But again, Capricorn, that is your card, so you can master your mind very well. You have this boss energy about you, even if you're not yet in a position of leadership. There will be people who look to you, regardless of whether you are in a position of authority or not. We've got Kings here, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Hierophant, and your card, the Devil, which is very encouraging, because basically it's saying you're ready to boss, but there's just a few more things that need to come through for you. So that's the question I'm going to ask as we clarify, is what needs to come through for Capricorn in order for this boss potential to be reached, or this mastery, if you like. If you're not interested in leading others, you want to be mastering whatever it is that you are going into and working towards. So what is going to bring this mastery to Capricorn at this time when this reading is being received? Angel, spirit guides, ancestors of Capricorn. Whoop. 9 of Wands. Okay. And this one did fly up as well. And King of Wands. So we've got another King in reverse. Interesting. So this is about resilience. There's going to be a few situations or a certain amount of time that you still need to work to hold your ground. And that might well be mental for you. It also might be amongst colleagues and co-workers. It might be amongst friends, maybe in a friendship circle, or even family. And there are people there to support you. You just need to hold your boundaries. King of Wands in reverse, again, another leadership potential, and this potential to move forward again in a powerful way, bring the inspiration, bring the passion, bring the success, and get the recognition that actually you will deserve at that point. So hanging in there, facing the challenges with a level of, determination and courage, which I know you possess, but there's also a resourcefulness to you, that kind of goat on the mountainside. Here we go, we've got the moon. So if we're looking at the subconscious and the mind and the ways in which it might trip you up, it's to stay not only in your kind of cerebral mind, but in your deeper mind, your higher mind, where you are using your intuition and you're staying aware of what your shadow is. So any weaknesses that you might have, any shadow aspects that you might have, bringing those into integration with the rest of what you're trying to achieve here. And one more card for Capricorn and the Empress. So there may be an ally here with a feminine energy, a very fertile, creative energy, who wants to reach out and assist you here. It may be a maternal figure. It may be your own divine feminine. So nurture, taking care of yourself, and gestating your ideas and plans. So I really feel there's an energy here. Do not rush. Do not rush to get to the finish line. Try to invest yourself in every moment of it. The learning is still occurring, but the mastery will be obtained once you have worked through all of the stages, all of the steps, all of the phases and chapters that you need to. Don't doubt yourself, because there are other things under the surface that are ready to come through and bring this kingly leadership power to you. All right. I'm not sure there's much more for me to read to you, Capricorn. I feel like this is a really self-contained reading, really complete reading. So let's just pull one more card from this Wandering Star deck, if that's what it is. Okay, Seven of Swords, but it came in a crossing position. So it's crossing the entire reading here. Seven of Swords is deceit and betrayal. Now, don't freak out. What I would suggest with this card is, are you being honest with yourself? Firstly, because we also have the moon. And be honest with yourself about the people around you as well. Don't just blanket assume that everyone has your best interests at heart. Not everyone is an ally. Some people come into life with that feeling that they need to compete with everyone in order to achieve, in order to get what they want. So my suggestion is that you hold back from fully trusting someone with, things that are really precious. We've got this little ring with a gem on it here. Don't trust people with the most precious things to you at this time. I would hold back your deepest secrets and just focus on keeping your eyes on the prize and working towards what it is. If you want to share with someone, share with that person, that feminine energy who to be trustworthy. She's on the King of Wands here. It's like this. I know you want to move forward powerfully. Maybe there's a little bit of rage, a bit of anger at times. Talk to that person or talk to that part of yourself and keep any frustrations not suppressed but under wraps at this time until you've moved forward through to this judgment phase, and then things are going to look very different, and hopefully by that point I'll have another reading up for you. Well, thank you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to close this reading now, and I look forward to reading for you again very soon.